Alright, so let's talk a little bit about some pointers here. First things first, I just wanted to go through and talk a little bit about how they work and pointing to memory and all sorts of things. So, really quick, we need to include our IO stream, and then we need to use our namespace as well. Namespace std. So what a pointer is essentially it points to a place in memory, and so for us, for simplicity here, we're just going to talk about integers. So we're going to go int value. I'm just going to call it value, right? Data type variable name equals, use the operator symbol, and then I'm going to say int copy value, and I'll say equals value. I need to make this a pointer. So the way I made it a pointer was I used this little asterisk here. And you can think about that as a pointer, I suppose, because it kind of points from an int to the copy value. I don't know, however you want to think about it. And then you can see here I use the and sign next to the value. And what that means is I want you to point to wherever the memory reference is of value. And if you were to actually print this out, this value here, it would actually print the point in memory, the hexadecimal point in memory of where value is stored. So all a pointer does is I'm just saying I want you to point to value. That's all I want you to do. So let me show you what I mean. So let's do value equals value, end line. And this one's just a little bit different in that I have to tell it to point to the value. So point to copy value. And this pointer just means I want you to point to that memory reference. Whatever's stored there, I want you to point to it. Alright, so I want to do that, so I want to leave some empty space. So let's, I'm just going to start without debugging here, Control F5, and you'll see what happens here really quick. Alright, so there we go. So we have value is equal to 10 and copy value is equal to 10. That's because copy value, notice I didn't assign it to value, or the 10, I just assigned it to tell it to point to value. So what happens if I increase value, and now I print both these out again? Alright, so we only increased, didn't want to do that. So we only increased plus plus, right? Just means an index or increase, increment by 1. Let's do some, let's see, some formatting things here, which I can see isn't going to work, so but that's okay. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. So yeah, so you can see, alright, so I have, there we go, that looks a little bit better. So increase the value by 1, and then I want you to reprint out the value, and I want you to reprint the pointer to value. So I'm going to start without debugging again here. And we can see that value is equal to 10 at first. All I did was I increased this value here by 1, and by doing that, it increased both of them. So that's kind of how pointers work. Pointers point to a place in memory, whatever we told them, so they point to a value or variable that we want it to, and whatever we do to that variable, same thing happens to that value. And I can actually prove that to you as well by, what if I printed out, right, memory place of value equals, and I'm going to say value. And I'm going to say memory place of copy value is equal to, and I'm just going to say copy value because this is actually going to print out wherever it's stored in memory. So let's see. So very interesting, right? So our value, this 10 is stored here, and our copy value also happens to be pointing to the exact same place. So very interesting. So that's just kind of a quick rundown of what copy values are. So hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. Just remember that pointers point to a place in memory. And thanks for watching.